Trigonometric equations with double angle. Question 4. Solve cos 2x equals to sin x, where x is between 0 and 2 pi. So what we can do is, we can write cos 2x in terms of sin x, and then we will have a quadratic equation in sin x which we can solve. I hope you remember this formula. Cos 2x is equals to 1 minus 2 sin square x. Cos 2x has three formulas. We are going to use this one. It could also be written as 2 cos square x minus 1 or cos square x minus sin square x, correct? Now, since we have to solve an equation like this, it will be better to use 1 minus 2 sin square x, because that will give us a quadratic formula, right, to help us solve the equation. So we will replace cos 2x by 1 minus 2 sin square x and rewrite this equation. So we have now 1 minus 2 sin square x equals to sin x, correct? Now we can bring all the terms to one side and write down in form of quadratic equation, correct? So we get 0 equals to 2 sin square x plus sin x minus 1, correct? So this is a quadratic equation in sin x. The variable is sin x, correct? So you can now factor this. Product has to be minus 2 and sum as plus 1. You can factor it and then get the answer, or you can even use quadratic formula and get your answer, right? So let me try to factor it, right? So we are looking for product p and q of two numbers to be minus 2 and p plus q as plus 1. So the numbers are 2 times minus 1, correct? When you add them, you get plus 1. So we'll split sin x as 2 sin x minus sin x and then factor. So we get 2 sin square x plus 2 sin x minus sin x minus 1. And now we can factor 2 sin x. So we get 2 sin x, and here we get sin x plus 1. We can take minus common and we get sin x plus 1. Now sin x plus 1 is common, so we can factor that out and we get 2 sin x minus 1. Now for this to be 0, we are looking for sin x plus 1 equals to 0 or 2 sin x minus 1 equals to 0. So what we are looking for is, let me do it on the right side. So we are looking for two kinds of solutions here. One for sin x plus 1 equals to 0, and the other 2 sin x minus 1 equals to 0, correct? So that means, okay, let me write. That means sin x equals to minus 1, right? Sin x plus 1 equals 0 means sin x equals to minus 1. So when is sin x minus 1 in our given domain of 0 to 2 pi? So let me sketch the sine function. Whenever sin x is 0, 1 or minus 1, I try to sketch and get my answer. It's easier. So it is minus 1 for this portion. You see, this is minus 1 and it is 1 to 3 pi by 2, right? So we get x equals to 3 pi by 2. So that is minus 1, right? This is at 3 pi by 2. Now the other solution for us is sin x equals to half, right? 1 over 2, that is half. Now when is sin x half? So for sin x to be half, it could be in quadrant. Which quadrants? Half is positive half, right? These two quadrants, right? And then we can also take help of our special triangles, right? 30, 60, 90. So we have the sides as 1, 2, square root of 3. Sin x is half for this angle, which is 30 degrees or pi by 6. Okay? 30 degrees or pi by 6. So we have pi by 6 here and also pi by 6 on this side, right? So this is pi by 6, one solution. The other one is 1 less than 6 pi by 6, that is 5 pi by 6. So we have two solutions here, which is x equals to pi by 6 and 5 pi by 6. Do you see that? So these are our solutions, and therefore now we can write down our answer, that the solution of this equation in the domain 0 to 2 pi is pi by 6, 5 pi by 6, and 3 pi by 2. 3 pi by 2. We said these are our solutions for the given equation. Okay. Thank you.